I don't have a silk. All right, everyone, come to your comfortable seated position. Find your sit bones, do your wobble side to side. And then come to sit up. Nice and tall, feel your spine grow long. Breathe in, reach the crown of your head up to the ceiling, and then on your exhale, feel your sit bones ground into the mat. Take a big inhale, lengthening up through your spine, and on your exhale, maybe you want to let your eyes close or focus softly on the ground in front of you. Take another big inhale, growing up nice and tall, feeling grounded. And on your exhale, make sure you're dropping your shoulders away from your ears, letting them relax. We're going to quietly take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting go of your day so far. Putting aside your to-do list. Trying to be present. Next inhale, reach your arms out, stretch your fingers, spread them apart, and then bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, press the air away from you, letting your fingertips slowly come all the way down. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, press everything down. One more big inhale up. This time, keep your arms up in the air. Lengthen higher, and on your exhale, twist to the right. I'll mirror you so we're less confused. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Breathe in, get taller. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Notice if your left hip popped up. Sorry, you're looking over your right shoulder. And now bring your right arm up by your ear. Exhale, bend over to the left. Holding on to your right knee, giving yourself a little bit of leverage. And then think about coming up and over, arcing like a rainbow. So you're not crunching the lower side of your body. And now bring your right hand down to the mat. Reach your left arm up. Exhale, bend over to the right. Stretching through the other side, reach your fingers long, feel the skin stretch across your torso. And now rotate down towards your knee, coming into a forward fold, lining your chin up with your knee, walking your fingers out if you can, maybe coming up on your fingertips to give yourself a little bit more of a stretch. Now walk over to your left, staying in this forward fold. Centering, coming forward as much as you can. Maybe down to your forearms or your elbows, or maybe you want to walk your fingertips away from you for a deeper stretch. And then slowly walk your fingers back towards you, roll on up, extend your legs out in front of you, switch the weight across. So cross the other leg in front. And then sit up nice and tall, reach your arms out and all the way up. Exhale, twist to your left, bringing your right hand to your left knee, looking over your left shoulder. Lengthening through your spine, reach your left arm up and bend and reach to the right. Pressing your sit bones into the mat, lifting and arcing your spine. And now let your left hand float down to the ground. Reach your right arm up by your ear. Exhale, bend over to the left. Turn your torso so it faces your knee, bringing your chin out over your knee. Walk your fingers out, stretching on a diagonal, forward folding. And then walk yourself to the center. Walk your fingers out in front of you. Stretch nice and long. And then on your exhale, walk yourself back in, roll on up. Shoulder roll back 3 times. And then forward 3 times. We're going to make our way into our tabletop position. So however that works best for you. Coming onto all fours, lining your fingers under your shoulders, lining your knees up under your hips, checking that your legs are straight behind you. Drop your belly, open your heart, big inhale for your cow spine. Then tuck your toes and exhale for your cat spine, stretching through your feet. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more like this. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. So now try rolling like a barrel. So lift your spine up like you're in cat and then come over to the right. Drop it like cow over to the left. Lifting up. So it's almost like a barrel, like a cylindrical shape. You can definitely bend your elbows. Let your hips follow you. And then after the next one, reverse the direction. Nice. Come back to center. Turn your fingers to the outer edges of your mat. Sway gently side to side. Feel your wrists stretch, your forearms. Feeling it in my pinky finger today. And now turn your fingers towards you if that's available and rock back and forth. If it feels better, do 1 at a time. If it's too much sensation, back off. And then turn your fingers back around to the front of your mat. Reach your right leg behind you. Rock back and forth over your right toes. Rock so far forward that the top of your foot comes onto the mat and then reach your heel all the way back. Rock all the way forward. Reach all the way back. And now this time, center your hips back over your knees. Lift your right leg behind you. Flex your foot so your heel is extending away from you. Once you have your balance, float your left arm up. Gaze straight down at your yoga mat. See if you can get your left bicep by your left ear. Breathe in, and on your exhale, draw your knee and elbow to meet underneath your belly. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, draw them to meet. Inhale, reach forward. One more time. Exhale, draw them to meet. Inhale, reach forward. Lower your right toe, lower your left hand. Draw your right toe all the way over to the left. Press your toes into the mat so that you start to feel a big stretch through your right hip. Gaze over your left shoulder if that's available. And now bring the right leg all the way around out to the right side. Drop your heel so that the inner, your foot, nice. And press into the outer edge of your foot so you're getting a stretch through your calf. you know, just in case you ran the Boston Marathon this morning and you need a little extra stretch. And then slide the leg back behind you, return the knee underneath you, go ahead and wiggle it out. Shake your wrists out if they need a little shake. And now extend the left foot behind you, rock back and forth over your toes. I want you to do a big rock all the way up to that shoelace portion of your foot. And now lift the left leg up behind you, flex your heel, extend the leg, lifting your belly button up to the spine, pressing your right shin into the mat. When you feel like you have your balance, explore reaching your right arm out in front of you, right bicep by right ear. Gaze straight down to help you with your balance. Breathe in, and on your exhale, draw your elbow and knee to meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Lower your right hand, lower your left toes. Drag your left toes all the way to the right as far as you can go. Tuck all 5 toes so they're pressing into the mat. And then gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here. And now drag your foot over to the left as far as it'll go. Pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Almost seeing if you can roll over the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your pinky, lift your big toe, sorry. And then circle the leg back. Come back to all fours, sit back on your heels. Bring yourself upright. And give your wrists a little bit of a wave action here. Nice. All right, come all the way up onto your heels. We did a little bit of this a couple of weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago, the dancing camel. So bring your hands to your back pocket. So you're going to bring your right arm up and across, and you're just coming back just a tiny little bit. It's very early in class. And then bring your right hand back to your right pocket. And then swing the left arm up and across, small back bend, back to your left pocket. Swing and open. And then we'll explore this a little bit later when we're more warmed up. And swing and open. One more time each side. Swing and open. And swing and open. And now come back into your tabletop, reaching those hands in front of you. Curl your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out. Take a moment to check in and see that you're aligned. Sometimes when you lift up, your feet might be off to one side of your mat. Your arms might be off to one side of your mat. See if you can straighten your body out. And then let your heels get heavy. Press the mat away from you. Bring your ears between your biceps. We're going to take 3 slow breaths here. On your next inhale, bring your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, slowly bring it all the way forward, and then step your right foot up between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck the toes, reach your arms out and up. Coming into a lunge. Square your hips to the front of your mat, drop your shoulders away from your ears, and now let your weight sink forward towards your right heel. Stretching through your left hip flexor. One more breath here, and then rain your fingers down, curl your toes, step back to your downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee all the way into center. Slide your left foot up, lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your arms out and up. Press into your left foot. Breathe in and then let your hips press forward, stretching through your right hip flexor. Squaring your hips, make sure you're pressing into the entire circumference of your left foot. And then float your fingertips down, curl your right toes, step back to downward dog. Float your right leg up behind you, draw your right knee towards your right elbow, and then step your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Lower your left knee down. Turn your fingertips to face you and gently rock back and forth again. So coming into a version of lizard, stretching your arms. Turn your fingertips back forward and bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. And take a breath here. Just maybe not your knee though, Orly, your thigh. You don't want to press on your, yeah, there you go. You don't want to press on your knee. All right, bring your hands back down to the mat, curl your left toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you, draw your left knee towards your right tricep elbow and then slide your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down, turn your fingertips towards you if you want, and then float your hips back and forth. Just a little bit of a rocking motion. Turn your fingertips back to the front and then place your hand on your inner thigh. I wouldn't call it a push. You're finding a little resistance, maybe pressing your leg into your hand and your hand into your leg. And then bring the hand back down, curl your right toes under, step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you, draw your right knee into your chest, slide your right foot up between your hands. Option to keep your back knee lifted this time, and then reach your arms out and up, coming into your high lunge. Make sure that you keep your feet hip distance apart. It will help with your balance. Nice. Bend your back knee just a little bit, and then straighten it up. Bend your back knee, straighten it up. One more time, bend, and lengthen. Let your fingertips rain down, step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Put your left leg up behind you, draw your left knee into your chest, slide your left foot up between your hands. And then reach your arms up, keeping your back knee lifted if you choose. Breathe here. Bend the right knee and straighten it. Bend the right knee and straighten. Bend the right knee and straighten. Bring your fingertips all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you, draw it towards your right elbow, right tricep, and then slide your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into your lizard lunge. This time try explore keeping your left knee up off the mat. And again, maybe you want to rock a little bit back and forth. And if you have the mobility, you can come down onto your forearms, deepening the hip opener. If you are at home and you have blocks. One more breath here. And then climb back up. Bring your right foot back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you, draw your left knee to your left bicep, elbow, slide your left foot up outside your left hand, and then rock back and forth. You want to deepen the hip opener, come down to your forearms or onto a block. And then come back up into lizard, slide your left foot back, downward facing dog. Breathe. time we're gonna step our right foot to the outside of our right hand. We're gonna step our left foot to the outside of our left hand, and we're gonna end up in a squat. Oh. Hang out here for a minute. Use is like, no, I don't want. Just a moment, and now we're gonna stand all the way up, however you need to get up. Coming to the front of your mat. Stand nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. Good time for any adjustments. Roll your shoulders forward. All right, let's do some sun salutations. So standing at the front of your mat, let your arms come down by your side. Relax, you're not a robot. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. We're going to do nice and slow for the first few. Exhale, fold. Let your head hang heavy. Feet should be hip distance apart. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands can come to your thighs or your shins, or your fingertips can stay on the floor. And then exhale, fold back forward. Plant your hands. Slide your right foot back. Slide your left foot back. Pause and plank. Lower your knees. Untuck your toes. Engage your belly button. Bend your elbows, lowering your chest and chin all the way to the mat. Lift up into baby cobra. Lower back down again. One more baby cobra. Lift down up to baby cobra. Come back down again. Pressing up through tabletop. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath here. And look forward at your hands and take lots of little steps, taking your time to come all the way back. Feet back at the front of your mat, matching up with your hands. And then slowly roll all the way up to stand, letting your head come up last. Pressing down into the soles of your feet, stacking your vertebra until you're all the way upright again. Take a breath. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. You can do knees, chest, chin, or you can lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Hugging your elbows back, come into a baby cobra. We'll do two again. Lower back down. Lift up for baby cobra. Lower back down. Tuck your toes. Either come back through tabletop or press all the way back up to plank. And then lift your hips to downward facing dog. And breathe here. This can be a downward dog where you hold still, or maybe you want to walk your dog and sway a little bit side to side. Now look forward at your fingertips and walk yourself all the way back up into that forward fold. Start to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Pressing down through your heels and your big toe and your pinky toe. Coming all the way up to stand. Stand up nice and tall. And inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step yourself back to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Lower all the way down, or lower your knees, hug your elbows in, and lower yourself halfway down, and then come into upward facing dog. Breathe. In upward facing dog, your thighs and knees should be off the mat. And then exhale into downward facing dog. And breathe. Looking forward at your hands, you can take lots of little steps, or maybe you're ready to take one or two big steps. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Oops, nope. Exhale, fold forward and slowly roll all the way up. Changed my routine and I forgot it. All right, inhale up, last one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. So you've got 3 versions, or you can stay in your plank position where we're halfway down to chaturanga. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Breathe here. One more breath. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk or 2 big steps back up to the front of your mat. Let your head hang heavy. Reach for opposite elbows and gently sway side to side. And then slowly roll all the way up to stand. Once you're standing nice and tall, find that stability with your feet under your hips. Inhale your arms all the way up, interlace your fingers, release your pointer fingers. Now, if your butt just did this, lengthen your tailbone down, reach your arms up, exhale, bend over to the right. Press down with your left foot, again, feeling the stretch like we did from our seated position. And then come back to center. Bend over to the left. Press down with your right foot. Come back to center. If you want to explore the back bend, gaze up at your thumbs and then move your hands gently behind you, gazing up and back. You feel any uncomfortable sensations, back off a little bit. And then come all the way up to stand. Let your arms come all the way down. Breathe in. Let the blood flow back into your fingers. Bring your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers the opposite way. Release your pointer fingers. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bend to the left. Feel the stretch through your side body. Push your right hip a little bit further away from you. And then come back up to center. Lengthen your fingertips up, arching over to the right. Pressing down with your left foot. Come back up to center. Explore the back bend, look up at your thumbs, and then move your fingertips back towards the back corner of the wall. Nice, pressing down through your heels, feeling your chest open, and then come back up to stand. Let your fingers float all the way down. We'll build our flow. We'll go through it a few times, adding on to it. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Choose your vinyasa, whatever feels good for you, or skip it entirely if you feel nice and warm. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest nice and slow, and then slide your left foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. Make sure your knee is over your ankle and you're pressing into your heel, your big toe, and your pinky toe. Turn your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Climb or reach your arms up into warrior one. So you can always come up with one hand on your thigh and then one hand up into the sky. Sit a little bit lower. Without lifting or straightening your left knee, open to the right, coming into your warrior two. Reach your fingertips straight away from you. Gaze over your left fingertips. Take a breath here. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Straighten your left leg. Peaceful triangle. And now flow all the way forward. Reach towards me. Left hand on your shin or the floor or a block. Reaching your right arm up into the sky. Coming into triangle. Breathe here. Reach your right arm towards your head, towards me, and then rotate yourself down into a low lunge, lifting your right heel off the ground. Peel your left arm up, coming into a twisted lunge. Breathe here. Everyone except for my mom can go into side plank if you choose. She's already done all of her side planks for today. Breathe here. And then come into full plank. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. I'm gonna turn off the legs, okay? Oh, no, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, or one. It's not an option. What's not an option? All breathe here. Ah. And now pull forward. Go through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, put your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Slide your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left foot down, press into the outer edge of your left foot. Reach out and up, coming into warrior one. Make sure your knee and your ankle are in line. Here. And then twist and open into your warrior two. Take a breath. Reach your fingertips away from each other. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. And straighten your front leg, peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs. Reach your right arm towards me. And then float it down towards your shin or your ankle, reaching your left arm up to the sky. And breathe. Reach your left arm by your ear and then rotate yourself down into your low lunge. One hand on either side of your front foot. Plant your left hand, twist up to the right. Now, if you want to take a supported side plank, you're going to keep your right foot on the ground. Pressing your left foot down. And then come back to regular high plank. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Here. If you want to take a vinyasa, pull forward. Go through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest. Slide your left foot up and forward. Reach your right heel. Turn your right foot down. Reach on up, coming into your warrior one. Make sure your knees over your ankles. Scoot it out if you need to. Open into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, reach towards me, coming into triangle. Reaching your right arm up. We're going to move from our triangle into side angle. So bend your left knee, slide your left forearm onto your left thigh. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Reach your right arm so your right bicep is by your right ear. Your fingertips are towards me. Now we're going to rotate down into that low lunge twist. So bring your right hand to the ground and peel your left hand up to the ceiling. All right, we're going to work on some balance and strength here. Bring your left hand back to your left thigh and reach your right arm back up into side angle. Don't worry, you'll have an opportunity to do that again. Right hand down to the floor. Left hand up into a twist. Left hand onto your thigh. Right arm up to the ceiling. Right hand down into the twist. Optional side plank. Breathe here. High plank, down dog. Breathe here. Reach your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee towards your right elbow. Optional extension into fallen triangle. I know I'm twisting all over the place tonight. And then bring your right hand down. Step back into plank, take a vinyasa or take a rest in child's pose. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. Put your right leg up behind you, draw your right knee into your chest, slide your right foot all the way forward. Make sure your knee is over your ankle, turn your left heel down. Reach on up, warrior one. Breathe. Open into warrior two. Extend your fingers away from you. Feel your hips open, line your knee up. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg, peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs. Reach your arms into a T and then reach your right hand towards me, coming all the way into triangle. Reaching your left arm up. We're going to move into side angle. So you're going to bend your right knee, place your right forearm on your right thigh. From here, we're going to bring our left arm all the way down to the floor, twisting into that twisted lunge. Reach your right arm up. Back to side angle, right hand up, right thigh, left arm up. Bring your left arm down, twist to the back, right arm up. One more time. Left arm up. Bring your left hand down, optional side plank. Bring it to down dog. Put your right leg up. Right knee to left elbow. Hold that or extend the fallen triangle, keeping your left leg through. Thanks, everyone. You got it. And then left hand down, step back to plank, go through your version of your vinyasa, and we will meet in downward facing dog. That was the peak, so we're going to do one more, but we're going to back it off a little bit. All right, put your left leg up behind you. Draw the left knee in, slide the left foot all the way forward. Turn your right heel down, reach out and up, coming into warrior one. Breathe here. Open into warrior two. Breathe here. Left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Other way, mom, back. Straighten your left leg. Reach all the way forward, flowing into triangle. And then rotate all the way down into side angle. Into low lunge. Twist to the back. And then bring your left hand down, straighten your front leg. You might need to bring your back leg in a little bit for pyramid. Big stretch here. Walk yourself to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Let your head get heavy. Roll yourself all the way up to stand. Exit into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Slide your right foot up between your hands. Line your knee up over your ankle. Turn your left heel down. Reach out and up. Warrior one. Open into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Back. Other back. You got it. And straighten your right leg. Reach your arm out and forward, coming all the way into your triangle. Left arm up. Breathe here. Cartwheel your left hand down, coming into your low lunge. Peel your right arm up to the side. And then float your right hand down. Start to straighten your front leg and maybe hop your back leg in a little bit to come into pyramid. Breathe here. Walk your hands over to the left, rotating your toes to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you can walk your fingertips back in line with your toes or reach for your ankles. Tugging your elbows in towards your legs, rolling your weight onto your toes. Deep hamstring stretch. Gently soften your knees, roll yourself all the way up. Exit into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Last vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Let your heels get heavy. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee towards your left wrist, setting yourself up for pigeon. Walk your right leg back behind you. If you do not enjoy pigeon this way, take figure four on your back. Lower down slowly onto your forearms. Maybe you stack your hands to bring your head down. Maybe you have the ability to come all the way down to the floor. Breathe here. We're going to be winding the class down. Slow your breath down. Face your jaw. Maybe walk your leg back a little bit further. Start to slowly roll your torso up, coming onto your forearms, and then maybe onto straight arms. Explore bending your back leg. Maybe even reaching around with your right hand for your foot. And then release that leg, roll onto your left hip, left butt cheek, keeping your right leg extended, bringing your left foot in towards the inside of your thigh. Breathe here. Reach your right hand towards your right toes or ankles, reach your left arm up and over. Back up to sit nice and tall. Reach both arms out into a T. Twist towards your foot. And then reach your arms towards your toes, towards your ankles, letting them fall wherever they fall. And breathe here. Roll yourself back down up. Come back into your tabletop. Curl your toes under, back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Float your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee towards your right wrist. Slide your left leg back. And then slowly lower yourself down onto your forearms. Maybe your forehead to the floor or a pillow or a block. Breathe in here. See if you can release some tension in your shoulders, your neck, or your jaw. Walk your back leg back a little bit further. And then slowly start to come back up onto your forearms, maybe straightening your arms. Maybe you can bend your left knee. Maybe you want to reach around for your left foot, looking back. Maybe you just bring your hand to your hip. And then release that, roll onto your right hip, extend your left toes up to the ceiling. Reach your left hand towards your left ankle, reach your right arm up to the sky, bend over to the left. Reach back up to sit nice and tall, twist towards your toes, reach your fingertips towards your ankle, your toes, stretching nice and long. And then rolling all the way up. We're going to slide our legs out in front of us, sitting nice and tall. Slide your feet onto the mat. Toes pointing away from you, lengthen up through your spine, let your shoulders relax. Reach your fingertips away, slow roll down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your knees windshield wiper right to left, side to side. We'll do 2 back bends. I'm going to cue a bridge each time, but if you want to do a supported bridge or you want to do a wheel, if that's in your practice, you can absolutely do that. So we're gonna slide our feet onto the mat. So we should be able to tickle your heels with your fingertips. Place your palms down towards the ground. Feet are parallel, and now start to peel up your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. You can hold on to the outer edges of your yoga mat to give you a little bit more space, or interlace your fingers behind you and shimmy your triceps and shoulders together. Notice if your thighs started to splay apart and draw them back to parallel. Press into your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel. Bringing your chest towards your chin and reaching your chin up towards the ceiling. The back of your head and your shoulder tips are on the mat. And now release your grip and slowly roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back. You can let your knees windshield wiper side to side if that feels good for you. So we'll take one more back bend. If you feel like you don't need another back bend, you can extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Or if you want to take a supported bridge, you can slide the block underneath your lower back, your tailbone. Otherwise, palms face down. Heel your lower, middle, upper back up to the ceiling. Keep your thighs parallel. Make sure your big toe, pinky toe, and heels are all in contact with the mat. Reach your arms behind you, interlace your fingers if that works for you. If you're still feeling spicy, you can lift your heels, but only if you're feeling spicy. Nobody else is doing it. And then release your grip, slowly roll down, one vertebra at a time, until your back is flat on the mat. Let your knees windshield wiper side to side. And then let them stay over to the right. Reach your arms into a T position and then gaze over at your left shoulder, taking this reclined twist. Breathe here. Plant your feet, drop your knees over to the left, letting them get heavy. Gaze over your right shoulder. And back to center. If there's anything left that you haven't done that you still feel your body needs, go ahead and do that now. Taking any last movement, any last wiggle. And then when you're ready, extend your legs away from you. Extend your arms away from you, lying heavy on your mat. A big inhale, and then exhale it all out. Another big inhale, and exhale it all out. Bring your energy and focus to your toes and your feet. Curl your toes in, tighten the muscles in your feet, squeeze it all in. And then exhale, shake them out, let them relax. Bring your energy and attention to your legs, to your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Tighten all your leg muscles. Activate every muscle, wrapping them around your leg bones, squeezing them together, and then let them go. Shake them out, let them relax. Bring your attention and focus to your hips, to your waist, to your torso. Squeeze your bum, draw your belly button in, shrink everything into the center, squeeze, and then let it go. Shake it out, let it relax. Bring your attention and focus to your hands. Place your thumb in the center of your palm. Wrap your fingers around your thumb, squeezing your hands into little balls, tightening them up, squeeze, and then release your fingers. Let them go. And relax. Bring your attention and focus to your arms, to your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your biceps, your triceps. Tighten every muscle in your arm. Activate everything along your bones. Squeeze them in, tense it up, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention and focus to your chest, your shoulders, your upper back. Squeeze it all in, draw your shoulders in, tighten it up, scrunch it in, and then exhale. Let your chest relax, let your shoulders open. Shake it out. Bring your attention and focus to your neck, your face. Squeeze and tense all the muscles in your neck. Clench your jaw, purse your lips, scrunch your cheeks, close your eyes as tight as possible. Squeeze everything in towards your nose, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. From the top of your head all the way down through your body to your big toes, squeeze, tighten, engage, activate every single muscle. Squeezing it all into your center line, tightening it up. Inhale your breath, hold that breath in, and then exhale, let everything release. Let your breath slow down and moving into your stillness. Start to deepen your breath. Breathing in through your nose, feeling your lungs raise. And exhale it over. Move your jaw, move your tongue around in your mouth. Let your head move gently side to side. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, reach your arms overhead, taking a big stretch. And then roll onto one side. Hang out there as long as you need to. Now when you're ready, rest yourself up into a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the breath. Feel the life and energy move around inside of you. Acknowledge and thank yourself for taking this time to do something just for you. And I thank you all for letting me lead you through your practice tonight. Namaste.
Smells good. Why are you flexible?